for it, and I'm finally getting around to making my famous chocolate chip cookies. All of my friends say that they love them when they come over. I personally think they're the best chocolate chip cookies ever. They taste so good and they are very chocolatey. Dylan is currently gone, so I'm going to surprise him with these cookies whenever he gets home. So let's get started. So you're gonna start with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda. I really don't know how old this is. A half teaspoon of salt. Okay, now that we have all of our dry ingredients, we're gonna whisk them all together. If you have a sifter, you could do that too. We just don't have one of those. Next, you're gonna mix your butter and your sugars together in this bowl. I've been letting this sit on the counter for a while. You don't want melted butter and you don't want cold butter, so keep that in mind. 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Half a cup of firmly packed light brown sugar. So what I do to get a firmly packed half cup, I just stick it in there, press on it through the bag so that I know that it's firmly packed. There you go. Firmly packed half cup of light brown sugar. Oven's ready. Now we're gonna mix this together using our KitchenAid mixer. Be right back. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Now we're gonna add 1 large egg. This makes me nervous to do on camera. Just a little bit. I really thought I nailed that. Now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I just use imitation vanilla. What's the difference? Now we're gonna mix that together on a low speed. Okay, so it's incorporated pretty well. We're gonna add our flour to that while it is mixing. This can get a little tricky. I'm gonna bring you over here with me. I don't really take this too seriously. I just don't want it to like be super clumpy. That's it. What the heck? Where did this come from? Now it's time for the fun part. We're gonna add the chocolate chips. I do a mix of chocolate chips and chunks. So we're doing 2 1/4 cups. This is a lot of chocolate, so if you don't like that, scale it back a bit. I like a lot of chocolate in my chocolate chip cookies. That looks like a ton of chocolate, and it is. We're gonna mix. This is probably the hardest part, and most of the time I just use my hands. All right, our chocolate chip cookie dough is done. Got the biggest baking sheet I own. I'm going to roll it into balls. Okay, once they're in a ball, I flatten them. I'll shape them up a little bit so they look like this. It somehow always ends up that I make 16 cookies. I've preheated my oven to 350 and I'm going to put them in there for about 10 or 11 minutes. And now we clean up. I think I'm more excited about eating these than I am about surprising Dylan with them. Okay, they're done. You can tell around the outside they're golden brown. Now's the perfect time to take them out. They're gonna be soft on the inside, a little bit crunchy on the outside. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and claim this one because of all the chocolate that's in it.
Shelby! Are these for us?
Yes. I know we're on a diet, but
You know you can't be doing this. These are my weakness.
everybody wanted the recipe, so I had to make it, so we have to eat them.
You can't just send a recipe these days. You know I can't say no to these things. When it comes to your chocolate chip cookies, I'm like Angelica.
Angelica.
From the Rugrats, Shelby.
I wasn't allowed to watch that. All
Sheltered.
right. All right, taste test time.
I already know what they taste like. It tastes like a bus.
Look at all that chocolate, too.
If you're not a chocolate person, don't listen to Shelby's recipe.
I told them to scale it back a little bit if they don't like chocolate.
It's kind of a brownie recipe.
Chocolate chip cookie recipe.
A double jump chocolate cookie. Wow.
Put me on the next Great British Baking Show.
Bro, this is America. This is as American as you can get with baked goods.
I just want a Hollywood handshake.
I can't give you that, but I can give you 5 big boom.